Hey everybody, this is Everyday Commentary, and this is another in the infrequently visited but long-running Is It Better Than a Sebenza series. And so the knife that we have on the table today to compare it to the stock plain Jane Sebenza, Small Sebenza 31 is the Bridgeport Knife Co. 395 version 2. Bridgeport Knife Co. has released two models. They have the 395 and then a bigger one. And they've released two different runs of the 395. This is from the second run. They also have a model of the 395 with a thumb stud, but I just got the one with the cutout. And this is a knife that's largely supposed to be deployed via the front finger flick. You can get in here and deploy it like that, but two things. Number one, it's not going to be super snappy. Like, it's not easy. The other thing is if you try to do it up by the pivot, it's almost impossible. You got to do it way out here. So when you hit the knife, that is just an easier way to deploy the knife. A couple things that I really like about the knife. 20 CV blade steel. This is the marbled carbon fiber. It comes in at 199 bucks. It has one of the best, if not the best, sculpted titanium pocket clips. This guy is super duper light, and the blade is really tall. It has a very, very pronounced high hollow grind. I mean, it is paper thin down by the edge. A couple things I don't like about the knife. I don't like about the rear exposed rear tang. They've rounded it off pretty nice, so it's not a big deal. But I'm also not a huge fan of the carbon fiber like this. It kind of makes it look like it has like some kind of rash. But let's talk about it in comparison to what I think is probably the benchmark folding knife. If you're into high-end folding knives, if you're into moderately priced folding knives, you know about the Sebenza. I often think of the Sebenza as the sort of last reasonably priced custom knife or a production knife. And anything beyond this is sort of just silly. But let's talk about these two knives in comparison. So, Isaac, Ethan, what do you guys think?
I like the handle. The thumb stud on this one has a very good thumb stud. That thumb stud's gorgeous. I have a little problem with the sharp thumb stud.
It's a little pokey. Yeah, it is a little pokey.
I don't like the sharp thumb studs, but also the thing, I'm saying the bad stuff first. This right here, if you can't open it from the back, you should always be able to open it anywhere. So that's a reason why I don't like that knife. Goods. This one has a good lanyard hole. I like lanyards.
Oh, I don't like lanyards, so that doesn't bother me. But good thing you mentioned that, because there are people that are like totally into lanyards.
I love this pocket clip. It's a very nice pocket clip. The thumb stud is gorgeous. The scales are very... Is it stonewashed? Because I think it looks stonewashed.
It was not. It was bead blasted, but then I've carried it enough in my pocket that it's gotten this stonewashed finish. So there's like natural stonewash.
That looks beautiful.
It does look good.
These scales are gorgeous. I've seen this pocket clip. This pocket clip's a very good pocket clip.
Is it your favorite pocket clip?
No, I like the Spyderco wire pocket clip. I wish
right.
they sold those separately because that would definitely stock up on them. But I really, really like everything about this one except for a few things. That the pokey thumb stud.
Yeah.
And the lanyard hole looks hard to access.
The lanyard hole is not too bad. It actually goes through one of the standoffs.
But you still have to thread it through the thing.
Yeah. That's true. All right, I mean, what do you think?
I really like the clean. I like how it's very smooth. Like this part, it's smooth. So yeah. I'm gonna do the good first.
Okay.
The pros, you could say. That's the pro on this one, and the pro on this one is it's just the best knife. Like this is probably my favorite knife ever. Super simple. I'm like my hands are in the way. It's just like it's thin. And it's sleek, and I love the shininess. I don't know. It's not going to really do anything, but
the crown spine is actually a real big benefit. Oh, really? But they both have crowned spines, because you can see
I just like
this one has a round over, and this one has a round over, but it's actually polished. Let's compare it to a knife that does not have a crowned spine. See, do you see what the difference is?
Oh,
it's rounded over.
These are rounded
instead of squared off.
Yeah.
If you have a pocket knife and you want to take it to just a little nice touch or take it to the next level, round that spine. It makes it nicer to pull it
Alright.
out of the pocket
I
and
have
put
the
it into the
cons
pocket.
now.
Okay.
So, just like what Dad said, this does look, it almost looks like, no offense to the people, it's still good craftsmanship, but this looks like it has a disease. And
I hate the
I
marble
don't know,
carbon
it's
fiber.
not bad, it's just, it could have been way better. I really don't like this, and it's not that pretty. It's just meh. It's not that pretty. Unlike this, where it's a very sleek knife. This knife needs to be worked on. This knife is just perfect. So, that's what I have to say.
What do you think?
I say this one's better. The Sebenza.
What do you think?
I love the Sebenza, but the thing that I really don't like that subtracts the most for me is that hole. If you can't open it from the back, you need to be. This is why I love Swiss Army knives so much. Open it anywhere you want, and you can open it always. It might be a slight harder, but that one you said it's like basically impossible.
It's basically impossible if you choke up all the way. If you're hitting it right here, I mean, you have to really push down.
Yeah.
You're basically pushing it down away from the detent and then swinging it out.
Yeah,
If
that's
you try to
not good.
swing it out
That's
like
not
this,
good.
you're never going to get it up. But I think it was really designed for that Spidey flick.
But necessarily, Spidey flicks aren't necessarily the most practical thing. They're fun, but they're not practical.
That's true.
The-
All right, so Isaac's given his opinion. He likes the Sebenza better. What do you like?
I like the Suspenzas better.
The Sebenza?
What do you say?
I say the Sebenza too, but it's close. If you had to normalize them for price, in other words, if you took price into
I don't know the
consideration.
price anyways.
So this is 200 and this
No,
is
no, I
this is
should've-
425.
I should have said, oh, that's
Ooh.
not.
Is it twice as good?
No.
Yes.
No.
I don't really like that knife anyways. It's not even that, like,
This one?
no. It's too blocky.
I don't know if it's twice as good, but I do think the Sebenza is better. If I had $425, I would probably buy the Sebenza as opposed to buying the.
I would much rather just save, instead of getting I'd say, this knife is like 6 out of 10. This knife is 10 out of 10. Or maybe 9 out of 10.
I think this knife is probably an 8 out of 10.
I don't know.
Or I think I gave this knife a 19 out of 20. That is a 20 out of 20. And there is a value in having something be exactly what you
wanted.
want. Yeah.
And for most of the knife people out there, or for at least for me, that if I was gonna have one knife just for everyday use, it would be the Sebenza. It's just the better knife. I wouldn't get one that's one tier below and having to sell it and then buy the Sebenza. I'd just buy the Sebenza.
That's right. What do you think, Beef?
So yes, I think it's still the Sebenza.
I think it's still the Sebenza, but the price really, really hurts.
All right, let's do this.
If you want
just
a
for
budget
fun.
knife,
Just for fun. What do you think about if it was this comparison gear gremlin?
boom, right there, easy. Don't even have to talk about it. Swiss Army knife, 5,000%.
No, I'm not going with the Swiss Army knife. Every knife you can show me, pretty much all of them are the Sebenza over it.
Yeah, Sebenza is a great pocket knife. This is this is closer than I thought it would be, and I do think it's close largely because I've had a little buddy teach me how awesome Swiss Army knives are.
Yeah, he didn't like it as much.
No, I didn't really like Swiss. Yeah, I didn't like Swiss Army knives until
the Gear Gremlin.
Gear Gremlin got into it. But all right, so we have one thing that we know is coming but hasn't arrived yet. We have not a production but a full custom scale for the Deluxe Tinker, and hopefully the next video we'll show you how to put them on. All right, signing off.